Hello everyone, Pat again, or Gnarly, or whatever the hell you want to call me. And I wanted to revisit the church video that I posted a couple days ago for a settlement contest on Fallout Settlement subreddit. I figured that, well, maybe I could explain why I've done such a weird thing. And so here it is. I really haven't done much with the visitor center. By the way, this is a farmer settlement, so spoiler alert. I fixed the fences, because the fences were all horribly placed. It's like Bethesda has never heard of the rug glitch. And I swear I am not doing a cult. This isn't a cult. There is no Kool-Aid involved. I just needed a spot with enough sustainability. Hello,
You
sir.
talked to Cassie Dalton? Shame what happened to her family.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so, yeah, I wanted to do a church for a while because honestly, the churches in Fallout, they're not so great. They exist, and they all look like every other church I've seen, and you might think that's close to reality, but it's not quite so. Or maybe it is in your city of choice in the good old US of A, but where I live, in the city of 1,000 bells in Montreal, every church is different, and I've always been disappointed, even as a non-believer, that the churches in Fallout all look like a very, very simple and very, very boring building. So, just so happens that I was listening to synthwave or retrowave or 80s, I don't know, synth music, call it whatever. I don't think it really has an official title, but it's a type of music that is characterized as being, I guess, an homage to 80s electronic movie themes or movie music. Something you'd find in old Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or horror movies. A lot of John Carpenter stuff, and so I was listening to that, and a common recurring theme of a lot of these bands is like the satanic horror movie stuff. Carpenter Brute does it, Perturbator does it, and so I felt, yeah, why not? There isn't any church like that, and in the 80s, Satanism was, well, it was everywhere. I'm not. I do not believe in either of the sides that comprises Christianity, even though I was brought up by a Catholic. But this isn't a religion video, it's a Fallout Settlement video. Little sign here on about the only thing that could hold the neons. Well, hold. I never realized how thin those neons are. Anyway, if you've done the Cabot storyline, you'll recognize these two fellas.
Only thing better than getting pissed is picking a fight. Am I right?
Here, pick this. So yeah, some childish Illuminati stuff. Why did I do this? I wanted to test out neons and what I could do with them. It took me about, I guess, 4 hours. Maybe 4 hours, yeah. A bunch of random stuff, questions. Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer, because that's always a good joke, even though he's no longer in the running. Very important questions about Stockton, Old Man Stockton. Proud member of the railroad, I guess. He's is their go-to guy for escape sins, so that, you know, they can get the sins and get them safe. But for some reason, all of his caravanners are institute snitches. So what's going on there? Is he misleading them? Are they misleading the institute? Do they know that? Do the caravanners know their boss is a railroad guy? Does he know that they're snitches? I have no idea. I am kind of disappointed Bethesda has never really done anything with it. So yeah, I don't know what else I can say except that the Children of Atoms irradiated water bottles look like bottles of piss, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who thought that. I used the concrete pillar glitch for this. I'll explain what that means later. And those noisy generators are now in the back. Thank goodness for all these weird walls, because now I can do that sort of stuff. So yeah, before I quit, because I haven't made anything about this, I'll show the concrete pillar. Because why not? So yeah, the problem with the rug glitch, the rug glitch is great. It's like the two rug glitches. They're great. They're great. However, like my understanding, I'm not in level design. I don't do collision and models and all that. I'm more on the validation side of game development. Um, but as far as I understand, the rug glitch happens because the game, when you group select, the game thinks that the collision of the items, of everything you've selected, is a collision of the rug. And the rug has been made so that it can be placed in a lot of different places that other items can't. Like here, or whatever. This is why rug glitches work so well to place walls. Because where the wall ends, usually there's an empty space, and as long as, yeah, see, like, that's alright. I can clip it a little bit, not too much, but it's not great. But that's been fixed now, because we have the cinder pillar, the concrete pillar. And the concrete pillar, it could be concrete anything, honestly, all the concrete walls do it, just that the pillar takes less space. The great thing about this is you can sink them as low as you, well, not as low as you want, but very low, or you can keep them very high. And what's great about this is if you do the same thing as you would with a rug glitch, select, yeah, see what happens? You can play with these, and we'll play with these. Like there's candle, I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to place it, but yeah, see? No, it's floating, is it floating? Eh, whatever, you catch my drift. You can place things like this on tables where you could not usually. And until these fixes are fixed, and until we get mods, this is the only way you get to do things, well, like that. So, or this bar has now become an altar. Ain't it great? Well, this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll check my other videos. Thank you. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Goodbye.